The integrated projects in these villages can only work if the villagers are involved. There's now a committee that meets daily under the trees besides the Al Aula Community Centre. Ahmed is one of the volunteers.
When
I first met them, I wasn't interested, but after that, as I got to know what they were about, I encouraged people to come and join. I wasn't a member of the committee, but then one guy decided to drop out and asked me to go instead of him.
Ahmed's wife Zina has 7 children. Often it's difficult to provide enough food to feed them all.
No, I don't want more. May God forbid. 7 is enough, and may God keep them well. But I don't want any more kids.
Ahmed and Zina's second youngest show signs of malnutrition.
Our income is not enough, but what can we do? The problem is sometimes you get an income and sometimes you don't.
It's a Yemeni belief that children are a gift from God. In a country with one of the highest birth rates, over 3% a year, that's hindering development. What's also hindered development is isolation. The communities here historically have traded and borrowed only from each other. But to develop and find new ways of generating income, they need to increase their connection with bigger markets in the outside world.
The purchasing power of the community is very low. So it means that the community has to be linked to the nearest bigger market to be able to market whatever they will be producing. Yeah, microfinance, comes up immediately to the head of anybody when you come to a poor community.
In developing countries, one system that can help people start their own business is microfinance. It's a system of small loans. In Yemen, it's been a difficult concept because tradition dictates that people never borrow money from outsiders. You only borrow money from within your own family.
People are not used to lending from formal institutions. Traditionally, people get loans from relatives, informal channels. So we need to start from just introducing what these programs are, how they work.
But in Yemen's second city of Aden, the microfinance programs are proving to be successful. Naolia has worked her way up with microfinance loans to a business with 4 looms making fabrics. She's now employing men to work the machinery and, along with her mother, runs a thriving family business. Among Aden's street cleaners, usually members of the lowest caste system in the Yemen, there's now a microfinance group. It's successful, not least because of its spirited leader, Jamal Aish Mohammed.
Some of the women didn't take much money. They took only a little from the group. Some of them are willing to take loans to help them run small businesses. It's a start for people. So people can start to make very small profits each month on the things they sell, but it's only on a small scale, not anything like the profits a large store would make. But it's only just a beginning. When we get more experience and learn how to make bigger profits, it will get better. But it has to be clear what the money was used for.
As loans and backing for new small business ventures, this is microfinance in action in Yemen. But so far, it's only found in the cities. Extending it to the rural communities is part of a longer-term strategy. Also part of that longer-term strategy is whether the integrated community-based projects across Yemen will achieve what they've set out to do.
Yes, I'm optimistic. We will achieve 90% of having all children at school. I think this is optimistic. I think the Millennium Goals also are very optimistic. I mean, without having enough access to resources for Yemen, I don't think that we will be able to achieve all.
You travel for 10 hours to reach a community of 500 individuals. So the government is really challenged by providing this basic services to all of these communities scattered in the top of mountains and deserts. And so I really think it's very, very challenging to reach the Millennium Development Goals with a set date.
And after 6 years, it is now functioning, and there is an impact on other institutions. The government is now taking the performance of the social fund as a benchmark and trying the government to apply pressure on other institutions, to improve their performance.
There's another factor too, a strategic one. The threat posed by international terrorism makes the stability of a country that sits at the crossroads of the Middle East, Africa and Asia an issue.
Eliminating terrorism is important because growth and development does depend on a state being, providing the stability and being modern and providing some of these services. And you need some executive authority to do that. And you need to be able to assure people that, there won't be terrorist incidents.
The latest statistics show that female literacy is increasing and school attendance is growing. The success so far of allowing Yemen's development projects to work independently of the governments has shown that this radical approach seems to be working.